worldwide through the Nithyananda TV and the Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all the social media platforms. So, welcome you all for a very special Devi Parashakti Bhavasamadhi Darshan and Akashic reading session today with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. So, we'll be starting with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Shadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyananda. Yes. So today we'll be having an introduction to the manifestation of extraordinary powers of Paramashiva. So, who is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism? What are the powers? Who is Devi Parashakti? What are Akashic readings? And we'll be having an introduction in this program, and we'll be also witnessing the demonstration of the powers of third eye. And how can we benefit by attending or experiencing an Akashic reading session? Yes. So let us understand about Bhava Samadhi Darshan. So what is Samadhi and what is Bhava? So Bhava is an attitude or an aspect. Samadhi means being in one with the source. So the term Bhava Samadhi, it means being one with the source through your right attitude, through the right aspect, how you connect with the divine. So the Bhava you choose, for example, you can connect with the divine as your mother, as your father, as your beloved, as your friend. So the aspect, the Bhava you choose, and through that Bhava, when you become one with the source, that is the Bhava Samadhi. So knowing this aspect, Bhava is the ultimate, and being in oneness, Sama, with that is the Bhava Samadhi. So if we see, all the divine cosmic beings are real and they directly manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone. So when these divine cosmic beings, when they manifest through the Archavatara, the deities in the temples, then they also manifest through the Bhava Samadhi Darshans as Nija Avataras, the physical embodied form, the incarnations. So what exactly happens when you have the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, when you witness the Bhava Samadhi Darshan? Just a glimpse of the Bhava Samadhi Darshan awakens your Kundalini Shakti, the inner potential, latent potential energy, which is present in every human being. So awakening of the Kundalini Shakti, it results in extraordinary abilities like expression of the power of third eye, power of remote vision, where you can view whatever is happening miles away from your place, and ability to scan a person's body, the power of levitation, power of teleportation, power of materialization. So what exactly happens? So when your Kundalini energy is awakened, your whole brain, it comes alive, and it visibly slows down your aging process, and it literally boosts your immunity. So with increasing levels of this coherence, the whole brain, it comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energy that heals, empowers, and transforms our lives. So when you have just a glimpse of the darshan, the Bhava Samadhi darshan, you literally see a lasting transformation of a superconscious breakthrough that is happening inside of you. It's literally like hitting the reset button on your being. So as we are having the Bhava Samadhi Darshan every day, what is the science behind that? So His Divine Holiness Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself has actually mentioned this in his various satsangs, the mirroring of neurons. So when you witness the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, your neurons exactly mirror that of the avatar. For example, when you watch a swimmer, whatever neuronal activity is happening in the brain of the swimmer, it is exactly mirrored in your brain. So that is called the entanglement, the mirror neuron effect, or it is later in the scientist technology, it is called quantum tunneling. So this mirror neurons, they activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing and having the darshan. So beautifully, we are going to be having the Bhava Samadhi darshan of Devi Parashakti, the cosmic mother herself today. So what are Akashic readings? So we'll be having a detailed introduction to Akashic readings. Now, as an essence, Akashic reading is not a prediction like astrology. So it is direct reading from the cosmic archives. So there is no such thing called there is a past, present or future in Akashic reading. So in Akashic records, whatever has happened, whatever is happening, and whatever is yet to happen is already clearly recorded, and that is what is revealed by the incarnations, the avatar, and today going to be revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in the form of Devi Parashakti herself. So let us now understand who is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. So the Supreme Pontiff is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva as per Hinduism, who is recognized by his predecessors, who are the enlightened masters and adepts. So he is the only one who has made this science of power manifestation, yoga and temple-based universities literally as a lifestyle for humanity. So he is ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam Pontiff of Kanchi Kailasa Sarvagnapeetham, the Tondai Mandala Adinam. The Supreme Pontiff is the incumbent emperor of Surya Vamsa Surangi Samrajyam. He is the 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Kailasonathar Shyamala Peeta Sarvagnapeetham, and he is the present Mahamandaleshwar, the Supreme spiritual head of the Mahanirvani Akada, the largest apex monastic order. And not only that, he is the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of the Atal Akada, the ancient apex body of Hinduism, the 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Dharma Mukti Swargapuram Adinam, and he is elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1000 Hindu leaders. So the Supreme Pontiff, who is revered as a teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, most read and watched, who has authored more than 300 books, 10,000 articles in 3 languages, in English, Tamil and Sanskrit, translated into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles, over 20 million copies of books and articles which are sold, read and downloaded, over 10,000 hours of discourses, who has enriched and enriched 1 billion lives digitally, and he is respected as the commentator of all the sacred scriptures like the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, Brahma Sutras. You could go to the YouTube channel, our main YouTube channel, and you can listen to all the satsangs where Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has delivered on these various scriptures. So he is honored as the leader of Hinduism, the most awarded, internationally recognized Hindu leader, the reviver of 108 Hindu sampradayas, which includes Rudras, Rudraganyas, Rishis, Rishikas, Bhairavas, Bhairavis, Sannyasis. And he who is the establisher of the largest Hindu university, Kailasa's Nithyananda Hindu University, in the world with the satellite campuses in more than 150 countries. He is the establisher of 1,000 and plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems, and the founder and reviver of over 100 Sarvagnapeethas, and the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and 20 million digital books. Yes. So without further delay, now we will be moving on to the next part of the program, the most exciting and interesting part of the program, the power manifestation. So, Nithyananda yogis and Balasans are getting ready to give you a beautiful demonstration of the powers of third eye revealed by Paramashiva in the Agamas. So let us get back after a short break. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
To lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But the Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through his body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. See, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda
Yes, Nithyananda.
Paramashivoham.
Welcome back. Nithyanandam. Yes, welcome back. So now we are ready to witness the demonstration of the powers of third eye with our Balasans and Nithyananda yogis. So I welcome Manitya Yoga Pranananda, Nithyananda Ma, the Balasans of Nithyananda order.
Nithyanandama. So I thank you a lot. And we complete for the delay. Today we'll be witnessing the extraordinary Shaktis of Paramashiva being manifested by the Balasans and the Nithyananda yogis of Kailasa. So before we begin, let us learn about what is Shaktis. Shaktis is what comes from deep integrity and high integrity with the Guru, with deep connection and high integrity to the Guru. And all of you might have heard the word Siddhis before. Siddhis is what manifests out of deep tapas or penance. All of you would have seen so many rishis, sadhus, munis, yoginis, so many people all across India doing tapas and penance for over 100 years, over 50 years, so many years. They'll be standing on one leg with their hands in the air. You would have seen. And you might have thought, what do they achieve by this? What they achieve by this extraordinary Shaktis, by this deep tapas penance is called Siddhis. Siddhis are not permanent and they may divert you from enlightenment, whereas Shaktis are permanent and they are the source of enlightenment. So let us see who is the source of all of this. How do we manifest all these powers? Who gives us all these powers? Where do all these powers come from? The source of all this is Paramashiva. Paramashiva is the primordial divinity, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. As the fundamental base of Avyakta, the manifest and Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence. He performs the Panchakritya, the five cosmic acts of Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, Drobhava, and Anugraha. Creation, sustenance, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, and liberation. And Paramashiva himself has landed down in the form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and is initiating millions of disciples all across the globe into this Shakti, into these extraordinary Shaktis of Paramashiva. And he is also brought up, and he is who he is just because of his gurus. And in the in the Guru Shishya Sampradaya, the knowledge of these sciences of power manifestation, the science of enlightenment, all these knowledges are passed down from generation to generation. And Swamiji, who is recognized as an avatar at a very young age, was taught these sciences just to be able to revive all these sciences and to be able to transmit it and give this knowledge to other devotees and disciples all across the globe. And now you will be witnessing few of these extraordinary Shaktis being manifested right in front of your eyes. But how do we awaken all these divine powers in us? How do we manifest all these divine Shaktis in us? Every ultimate truth, jnana, mapped into your consciousness, prajna, manifests as a possibility and power of every being, prajnana. So, what is Diksha? Diksha is the initiation by the avatar. And
Yes, Mayoga Prana, we can actually go over what are Shaktis and what are the differences between Shaktis and Siddhis. Yes, Ma, please go ahead.
so in the Vedagamas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest the 463 plus extraordinary divine powers, the Shaktis. Manifesting powers is described as a system, as a method for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to the various states of consciousness. Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are the divine and you need to manifest the divine, not that you are a man and you need to reach the divine. So beautifully in the Vedagamas, in the source scriptures, it is revealed that every human being has the capability to manifest all these extraordinary Shaktis. It just has to be awakened in us. For example, you have 100 lamps, and out of those 100 lamps, one lamp is lit. That just with that one lamp being lit, that is more than enough. You can light all the 100 lamps, and all those lamps will glow just as the first lamp the moment it is lit by the first lamp. Same thing, Swamiji is the first lit lamp over here. All of us have the oil, have the wick, everything, but we just have to be lit. That is what is Diksha, initiation. Just with a look, a word, or a touch by the avatar, we can get initiated to manifest all these powers, as it is in our very bio-memory, our very DNA, to be able to manifest these extraordinary powers. But let us see the differences between Shaktis and Siddhis. Many people mistake Shaktis to also be Siddhis, but Shaktis express from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of the feeling connection with the divine and high integrity with the Guru, and they are the source of enlightenment. Whereas Siddhis are powers that manifest from tapas, penance, for enlightenment. Siddhis are on the path of enlightenment. Shaktis are the source of enlightenment. And few more differences are that Shaktis manifest through even ordinary human beings through an extraordinary way, just with the initiation from the avatar, and they are permanent. They will never leave you. But Siddhis are not permanent and they may divert you from enlightenment. So we already saw who is the source of all this, and let us now see what is initiation. What happens when you get the initiation, the Diksha from the avatar? Yes, now you can move to the next slide.
Yes. So, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam. So, he was a representative of Paramashiva, the reviver of Kailasa. Ever since the beginning of this civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been the cradle of enlightened beings and highly advanced sciences. So, it was where the science of enlightenment and powers was lived and taught as a lifestyle. So, you can see the Guru Parampara, where Supreme Pontiff was recognized as an incarnation at a very young age. He was trained and taught all these sciences by the Guru lineage into the science of Vedanta, the Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga, Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, the Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita and Bhakti Yoga, Paramashiva Jnana and Paramashiva Vijnana.
So we already saw that every ultimate truth, jnana, mapped into your consciousness, prajna, manifests as a power and a possibility of every being, prajnana. So let us now see a small video on what is
Diksha
and
is
what
the direct transfer of spiritual energy by an enlightened being through look, word, or touch. The traditional Vedic book Navaratneshwara states, Sarvasamapi Dikshanam Muktihi Phalamakhanditam Avirodhat Bhavantyeva Prasangastu Bhuktayah. The main benefit of all initiations is moksha, enlightenment. As a side effect, health, wealth, leadership and well-being happen. And in Rudra Yamala Tantra, Shiva says, Devi Diksha Vihinasya Nisiddhihi Nacha Sadgatihi Tasmat Sarva Prayatnena Guruna Dikshito Bhavet. The one who is not initiated does not attain liberation nor a better future. So by all efforts, one should get initiated by Guru. What is the science of initiation? Neuroscience has proved that the process of initiation floods the brain with energy. This is the superconscious energy of Kundalini, our own highest inner potential energy. As the Kundalini flows from the thalamus to the cortex, it sets up a powerful energy loop within the brain, which awakens the latent non-mechanical parts which we have never used before. With increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, transform our lives, bliss and fulfillment. Creates high awareness, visualization, creativity. It also slows the aging process and improves the immune system.